Okay, my name is Punam Keller, and I am the social marketer for the Financial Literacy Center that you see here, and the center that's responsible for this conference. So, needless to say, we have had lots and lots of fun. If you had asked me 5 years ago whether I would be here, I would say the chances were as good as cheerleaders in baseball games. No. But it's been so gratifying to see so many marketers come out of the closet. It's been fantastic. And I'm going to talk about this some more tomorrow. But I've been running from session to session this morning and taking little notes. And each time I see marketing get a nod, it's very, very exciting. Now, before I start, please raise your hand if you're directly or indirectly responsible for marketing financial literacy in your organizations. Okay, great. Now, what are the rest of you doing? No, really, what do you do?
Support research in national student aging.
And wait, why is that now marketing? I think everything's marketing. You'll figure this out really soon. Where remember I said directly or indirectly, right? So, and that's what I'm really hoping is that after today's session as well as end of day tomorrow, that all of us have a different definition of what marketing is, and more importantly for me, how what you're doing can contribute to more effectively disseminating and communicating financial literacy. So without further ado, let me tell you a little bit about our website design. I am not a commercial website designer, but I am a marketer. So no surprise, I undertook this activity the same way as any marketer would, and that is started with research. So one of the things we did, and you can see all the different constituents we spoke to, the first thing a marketer always does is goes to the consumer. And this website was designed to help providers, to help people either find materials that they need, contribute and share the materials and innovations that they have created, as well as post questions, provide insights, give us some ideas about how to go about marketing financial literacy. So that's generally what we're doing. And you can see we have lots and lots of people who helped us. Okay, first I have to give a big nod to FINRA. FINRA was great. They facilitated a lot of this. I had about 50 people right there face-to-face, all the different constituents you're seeing there. We had government agencies, we had people from representatives from Social Security, SEC, U.S. Department of Treasury, so many different organizations. We had the Financial Literacy Foundations, we had National Endowment for Financial Education, FINRA, of course, and others. We had providers, we had Jumpstart, Hope, lots of different organizations. Academics, of course, can't do without the academics. And then you see there are a couple more. I invited, in fact, for a day and a half, a brain scientist, someone who actually provides instruction on how the brain learns. Isn't that fascinating? How many of you are educators? I've been doing this for over 30 years. And for the first time in my life, I actually learned something about how the brain learns. It was amazing. It was simply fantastic. You're not going to believe some of the information, and we're going to have some of this information on our website. But we asked Chris Jensen, who's a brain scientist. He was a professor in the Psychological and Brain Sciences Department at Dartmouth, to join us for a day and a half. And then we had a social media expert, Paul Argenti. And I said, help us here in terms of teaching us how to incorporate some of the social media into our website design. And so with all of those people in orange, of course, we had Anna Maria Losardi, our director, the web designer, Corey, and I'm the FLC marketing director, but mostly I'm the face that's presenting this website design to you today. So hopefully you like it, and you can tell me this by actually clicking and checking us out. So let's see what we found. So what I'm going to tell you is our research, and then some of the things or our key learnings from that research that we used to design our website. Because I thought that would be most useful for you too if you're thinking about ways in which to change your financial literacy material. So the first thing they said to us, I'm reporting what they said, that most websites are very overwhelming. So our takeaway from that was just simplify the material so that the user's attention is easily guided towards the most useful information. And this second part, if you don't take away anything, take away this part. It's not about learning, it's about doing. And I learned cool things like if you don't take action above the fold is, by the way, what you can see on the screen before you scroll down, the things you learn, that if you don't get to take an action on every single thing that's there, every single picture, all of the clumps of information, they're useless. So that was kind of interesting. And then every page should have an objective, that when you go there, people should know exactly why they're there. And customize, customize, customize. That people need to find themselves immediately. They need to say, there I am. And if they can't say, there I am, and by the way, I promise I'm going to post all this on our website. Of course, right? You expect that. Right? So you don't have to take notes. I don't know if you're like me. I can't think and write at the same time. And some people I know can only think like that, by writing. But I just want to tell you that in case you're like me. So this is sort of what it looks like. It's kind of cool. I only have 5 minutes. So I was going to click on it and show you the whole thing. It sort of moves, the tree grows, the leaves grow, the fruit appears. It's all kind of cool. But you can see that it's not very cluttered, right? That's all there is. This is the only thing that you see on the homepage. And we have some top headlines. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. We change those. And then you can see the social media center there. And of course, if you click on that, lots of things happen with everything you click on. You can also see the customization. And someone said, why are academics on the top? Guess. But guess what? We also rotate the order of those things. So we keep moving that stuff. It's very democratic, this website. And we move that stuff around, and you can click on any one of those, and then guess what happens? So I'm not going to show this to you in real time because we have very little time. But basically, a branch comes out, and fruit falls into this barrel, and then you've got different barrels for, each page is for different people. So you're an academic, you're, work in the government, you're an educator, consumer, employee. You click on yours, boom, 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 it falls in. Then, of course, you can see that you click on some of the things that are there. Now, you notice that all the apples aren't filled up, and that's the other thing that we found, that you've got to have a natural flow. You've got a tree, it grows, branches, apples fall in barrels, and then when you go, you can see it's a natural sequence. It's all using imagery, and everything is very short and simple. You can see at the end, limit the number of choices you offer, not too few, not too many. So that's why we don't have too many. And of course, we keep rotating stuff. So every couple of weeks, we change the stuff, because why would you come back, right? So that's the reason we keep changing stuff. You can see that once you do click, say, if you're an employer and you want to see something on how employees save for retirement, you'll get to this page, and that's just an example on the top with all those half apples. And then, it has lots of additional information if you're interested, but that's basically how it goes from there. Few key learnings. I have only 3 minutes left, believe it or not. Balance emotion and cognition. Don't just make it all text and very cognitive. People want emotion as well. Adopt social media to enhance accessibility. Connect it to current events. Lots of multiple sensory inputs, not just text or even pictures. We have movement. I wish we could do olfactory. I wish I could throw smells out, but we have pretty much everything else going on except giving you shocks. Lots of stories and examples to connect to the authentic environment, and very important, make the audience a partner. That's when people want to come, is when they get to participate. Okay, so emotion and cognition. We have marketing tips all the time. Every couple of weeks we have new marketing tips. That was the one for November. Accessibility is enhanced through Twitter, as an example. Connect to current events. Anna is very, very topical, and that's her blog. You should see me. I'm like shouting, podcasts, video, somersaults, pretty much everything you can imagine. But of course, we have YouTube, and we have lots and lots of videos. I'm making about 10 videos during this conference itself, so that's kind of fun, and you've heard about that as well. But here's one of my favorite things, and this is for academics, and it's just one example of co-creation. We have co-creation for all the groups. So this is where academics get to actually post their hypotheses. Is it better to plan first and then have a goal, or is it better to have a goal and then come up with an implementation plan? And you can vote for this option. Then the academic the following week writes the explanation with some references. People vote. Isn't that kind of cool? And you can actually use it as data. And I've been told time. So it's just a really, really big, I know, crazy, huh? But it's just like, talk about a teaser. This is a teaser. And what I'm hoping is, you'll have information on the website that you'll actually go to the website, find yourself, and find a way to actually contribute to it. Thank you.